Okay, so the reason I'm making this video is because a few months ago I did something very unlikely under some unlikely circumstances. To make it clear, according to this question, which I will explain in a few seconds, I drew this graph perfectly to scale, as an exactly to scale, without using a ruler, just trying to estimate with my eyes and see where to divide it. And it was really, I think, okay, you'll get it when I explain it. So the question is this: it's a basic mechanics question. Car travels along horizontal road. The motion of the car can be modeled as 3 separate stages. The first stage, alright, so forget about the velocity and the acceleration. We're just going to focus on the time, because I'm dealing with the x-axis now, which obviously we use for time. So the first stage takes 6 seconds, and the second stage takes 4 seconds, and the last stage is 12.5 seconds. The third stage is 12.5 seconds. When I was deciding how to kind of estimately divide it, if that makes sense, I decided to take the first and second stages as 10 seconds. So 6 plus 4 is 10. So I divide the x-axis into 10 seconds and 12.5 seconds. And then I, divide the 10 seconds into the first and second, just to make it easier. Okay, so this is where it kind of gets a bit crazy. So get ready. So I drew the line for the time axis. So why am I on inches? I drew the line for the time axis, just like that. Drew it. I didn't pay attention to the length of the line. At least I think I didn't. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the length of the axis I drew. I just drew it. And what is crazy is that I had drawn a specific length of line, which I will not reveal now. I won't reveal that now because it'll kind of ruin the surprise. So I drew the line and I tried to mark it and divide it into the 10 seconds, which is the first and second stage, and the 12.5 seconds, which is the third stage. So 10 and 12.5, that's somewhere a bit left of the middle, so kind of a bit more on this side than this side. So I just took my pencil and tried to mark it where I thought was sensible. So then, after I'd done that, without using a ruler, I now took the ruler and tried to divide the 10 seconds into the 6 and 4, which is the first and second stage. So to kind of make that exact at least. And that's when I realized that at least from the y-axis, not from the beginning of the line here, but from the y-axis here. From the y-axis to the point I had drawn on the line, it was exactly 6 centimeters. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. All right, let me try and measure it properly. Right, yeah, I'll do this. So from where it intersects the y-axis, yeah, I've got that, to where I marked, it's exactly 6 centimeters. You can see the mark. It's that small mark on the line right there. Small mark on the line right there. So I made that exactly 6 centimeters. And I did this without a ruler. And the only reason I used a ruler eventually was to divide the 10 seconds that I estimated into 6 and 4 exactly, the first and second stage. And when I discovered that I had drawn exactly 6 centimeters for this 10 seconds, it was cool. It was cool. I was kind of amazed, maybe more than I should be. But then I figured, okay, it's really cool, but it's probably just a fluke, right? It's just a fluke. Because, like, anyone can do that by accident or accidentally. Anyone can do that mistakenly, I think. But this is where it gets a bit crazy. Then I got curious. What's the length of the entire line? Because I usually think a bit far with things. I tend to think too far when I'm dealing with certain things, and I end up taking more time than I should. So I got curious. If I'd marked 6 cm, then what's the length of the entire line? I promise you, I did this without a ruler. The length of the entire line was exactly or nearly exactly 13.5 centimeters. 13.5 centimeters. That was the length of the entire x-axis I had drawn. Well, from where it kind of intersects the y-axis, not from the very, very beginning, because there's a bit of distance here. That's just so I just disregarded that part, and I just from the y-axis to the end. And because I'm a mathematician, I had immediately realized what I'd just done. See, this is where it like comes full circle, because I had divided this line into 10 seconds. I had estimated 10 seconds for the first and second stage and 12.5 seconds for the third stage, and I had marked this as the kind of divider. The fact that I had marked this at exactly 6 cm and the whole axis was 13.5 cm. Sorry, I'm stuttering a bit. I haven't rehearsed this at all. The fact that I marked that at 6 and the whole axis was 13.5 means that the ratio was the exact same as the question. The ratio of the axis, the divisions I used to represent the time, was the exact same ratio as the times in the question, which means I had drawn the line exactly to scale. Because if you think about it, I used this part to represent the first and second stage, which add up to 10 seconds. 10 seconds right here. And the third stage is this part, which represents the 12.5 seconds. Now, if this part is 6 cm, the actual length, and the whole line is 13.5 cm, then that means this remaining part on the right for the third stage, the length is 7.5 cm, because 13.5 minus 6 is 7.5. The ratio of 6 cm to 7.5 cm is 4 to 5. And the ratio of 10 seconds to 12.5 seconds is 4 to 5. This is where I was just baffled. I was honestly just baffled that I just done this. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I'm kind of overestimating it or exaggerating, how amazing it is. Because at the end of the day, it is a fluke. But maybe it's not. Maybe I'm thinking too far again. But maybe it's kind of saying something about what the human brain can actually do once enough concentration is there, or when the circumstances are correct. Maybe it's actually saying something about the potential of human beings that was, I don't know, smarter than we think. I know I'm probably not the first person to do this, but I just think it's, oh, my battery's low. I just think it's really cool that I did this on literally an evening, just doing my homework, and I just think it's really cool, and I've been waiting for a few months to make this video. It's summer now, so I have time. Um, or maybe it's just revealing something about me. I don't know. That sounds a bit cocky, but maybe because I did this. I was tired. It was at night. I was just doing homework, and I just made a graph exactly to scale. I couldn't complete the graph with all the, you know, with the times and the everything, because I had to make a photocopy of this because this graph is really sacred to me. It's really important to me, so I didn't want to lose it and then submit it and just kind of ruin the fun. So I made a photocopy of this paper and completed the question there. So I've kept this one ever since. I showed a few of my mates and they thought it was really cool. So yeah, it's great. Or you never know, maybe it's proof that God exists and He's controlling everything. I'm a Christian, I believe in God. I'm a devout Christian, so maybe not, but something deeper was at work here, I think. Sure, you could say it's a fluke, you could say it's just an accident, but the fact that it happened, even if there's no deeper meaning behind it, I think there is, but even if there's none, the fact that it actually happened, the fact that I had marked this at exactly 6 cm without a ruler, and from the beginning I had drawn the 13.5, honestly, I did everything with just my pencil and my eyes. I will take any lie detector test in this world. Try me. I swear on everything I hold dear. I know some people probably won't believe me, but I'm just making this video to document what happened. I will take any lie detector test. I repeat, any lie detector test in the world. You could hold me to ransom. You could threaten everything I love, and I still would not change my story. I swear, I did this without a ruler. Just my pencil, my eyes, and my wits. Oh. It's a nice day today. Yeah, it's a nice day today. I wish I'd made this earlier, but I've been really busy and I haven't had time, so that's the question. If you want to, take a screenshot or whatever, that's the question. And that's the graph. So I've explained everything really. I think it took a bit longer than it should have because I didn't rehearse this. I just did this spontaneously. Wow. Man, I'm tired. I think I'm gonna go listen to some music right now or do some work. I don't know. But I've made this video, so I'm happy about that. Anyway, this has been Adedeji Adeshida. Spread love, don't spread hate, stay blessed, and live long. Till next time, peace. This is me, by the way. Yeah, I know my hair looks absolute shite, and I don't really care. Alright, spread love, stay blessed, live long. Peace.